Bum 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 bum. A Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. I want to point out a few life hacks that I've used to help myself control my eating. I already brought up one the other day, which is to pretend that the amount of food you have left in the rest of your life is fixed. So calculate how many calories you're going to eat in the rest of your life, right? I believe it was something like 40 million or something like that. Whatever that number is, just pretend that in your walk-in closet there is all that food, right? Proportion it out if it helps you, right? For me, it would be a bunch of fish. I love quinoa, and I guess you could throw in some of the uh, 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 green stuff that I like too, but that stuff is not very caloric, so that's probably not a good example. And just pretend it's all in a closet, and every time you eat out of that, and when that's gone, you die. Now, the reason I like to think of it this way is because if I ever get a craving and I can't get to my food for whatever reason, or I don't want to eat it at the moment, I think that's okay. And that food will be there tomorrow or next year or whenever, right? Not a big deal, right? And it cuts down on the fear of missing out part of the equation, right? You don't feel like you have to eat it now, right? It's sitting there waiting for you, right? So just pretending that all the food you'll ever have in the rest of your life is fixed can help work the mentality that there's always another time, a better place and time to eat it. Let's put it that way, right? And then some people say you could get hit by a bus. Well, yeah, sure, you could also get hit by a bus if you eat what you were craving, right? That doesn't change the equation, right? Now, just like the rest of the world, I've been working remotely on and off over the last 3 years, and I discovered this hack quite by mistake, actually. One day I was eating and I wanted to check something on my email, but I accidentally opened Zoom. And when I saw myself take a big bite of whatever I was eating, can't even remember what it was. I was grossed out in my mind, and I actually lost my appetite. And I think I ended up doing like a 2 or 3 day fast without even thinking about it. That I was grossed out. It was like I wanted to vomit. Like I just can't. I have anger management problems. If something angers me in some way, I have a hard time letting it go, whether it be harassment at the workplace or some kind of prejudice or it's a gross scene, right? Like how I took a big bite of whatever I was eating, or disagreements with people. I have a hard time letting go. And sometimes it works to my benefit, actually, because I remember hard lessons in life, right? Because I don't let them go very easily. So I was grossed out and I lost my appetite. And I visibly lost a lot of weight within a short period of time, if I remember correctly. And my mom was very upset. She said she didn't have me to be so weak. She wanted me to be big and strong and all that. Now, the last trick I want to use, and this one I think will help a lot of people, is that here in the United States, a lot of people are worried about food price inflation, but we spend so little on food. I think on average it's 6% of our income. In the rest of the world, even in the developed world, even in countries that are wealthier than us, they spend closer to 20%. So it got me thinking, every time you buy food, if you pretend that it's double whatever it is, right? Would you still want to take those big bites and wolf down your food? Let's say this Lara bar that I'm eating right now has how many calories does it have? I think 250, 240. Okay. And it costs about $1, right? Just imagine it costs $2. All of a sudden, you kind of want to savor it, right? You don't want to take a big gulp out of it, right? I got a better idea. Every time you buy food, let's say you buy $100 worth of groceries, right? Take another $100 and invest it in bismuth, and then pretend your food costs $200 and eat accordingly, right? And so you'll be better off in two different ways if you do that, right? All right, I thought I would throw some life hacks out there. Enjoy your food and eat less and eat happier. Let's put it that way. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.